Good morning, guys. Dakota back with another live stream. The date is April 7th, 2021. And if this is your first time hopping on, usually I do these live stream every Monday, and what I do on here is go through the charts that I'm paying attention to, any charts that you request, and all you have to do is type in the live chat. I'll be sure to go over it before the call-ins. Also, have any questions, want to talk about anything, we can go ahead and do that on the live stream. Now, the only thing I ask that you do, if you like the stream, only if you like it, go ahead, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos and start new live streams. Also, if you want to keep up with all the charts that I post and all the trades that I take, the link to the Discord is in the description. That's where I post everything, and that's where everyone can talk to each other and basically build relationships together. Alright. So, let me bring up the chat. Right there. Ooh. Okay, that's a problem. I'll have to fix that. So, guys, wow. I don't know why I was just lost for a second. It's probably because I need some water. Alright, give me 1 second. I need some water. I don't have any at my desk right now. Okay, now that that problem is solved, let's go ahead and get into it. First pair I'm going to be talking about is EURJPY. Just the main pair, or the only pair that I'm holding at the moment. The position I'm holding, we're nearly at targets. Price hasn't hit my alarm just yet or closed above my alarm, so I'm not going to be closing yet. Likely price will probably hit targets. I have price actually breaking through this level today and continuing up higher, and targets still at 133.15. That's the area I'm targeting. Now at this point, I actually will not be closing the full position here. Partially, we'll close it. SL will be moved up, and we'll have a developing R or evolving R, right? Basically, targets will be set at certain levels where partials can be taken. Now for the other position that I had on yesterday, it actually got closed out, and I will tell you why. So after price, let me zoom in. Let's not forget to do that. So for this 1 hour setup, this is my entry. And after this entry, price went in profit. And I was looking for price to break this high, and the plan was when price broke that high, move my stop loss to break even. That's exactly what I did when that happened. And yesterday is when I moved my stop loss to break even, and price came back down to that level. Now, one thing, actually I just lied. I didn't move my stop loss to break even. I moved my stop loss in profit for the previous position that I just showed you guys, but I forgot to move this one while I was still on MT4. But when price got there, I was on the chart, and initially I was like, dang, I don't want to close this out at break even. But eventually I decided to do it because that was the original plan. And yeah, so price has not hit stop loss just yet. I will be tracking this to see, basically tracking in my journal to see if other occurrences like this happen. Should I adjust my stop loss rule, like once the high is broken, move my stop loss to break even, and then once new structure is created, move my stop loss further into profit. So I'll continue to track all those things so that I can basically evolve as a trader and become better in these type of situations, instead of saying, or instead of assuming, man, I guess I thought I'd break even every single time, but it's only happened like one time, right? That's not really it's not really a valid argument, right? Okay, so that's for that position. So it's basically done, but gonna keep it on my chart so I can review it by the end of the week, see if those targets play out. And yeah, other than that, on EJ, like, there's no real move. There's no real setup that I have for it right now. Like, you could possibly buy from this area. Oh, hold on, I'm still in replay mode, my fault. I know price is not that low. Okay, so price pushed up from that area after it came back down here, and again, looking for it to continue pushing up. Now what I'd like to see is price just get above this level, and I'll go ahead and draw the level just in case you don't know what level I'm talking about. I'd like to see price break through that level, and then after that give me a correction. And you guys already have the markup for this, so there's no need for me to send out a new one. But as always, I have to, at least right now, until I want to make changes, do a full markup of EURJPY. I'm going to break down this trap. Alright, and this is even clearer viewpoint. I think this is the actual screenshot that I sent out, actually. So let's delete all this, go to the monthly. If you do not know, you ready? Alright, if you do not know my strategy, it's real simple. All it is, basic market structure and top-down analysis, right? So what I look for a strong impulsive move in one direction. The impulse tells me the direction the market wants to go. After that impulse, I look for small consolidating candles moving in the opposite direction of the impulse. Just a pattern that forms essentially after the impulse, and that pattern is either going to, and ideally I want that pattern to confirm that the market wants to go in the same direction as the impulse. Okay, if I get a correction and it goes the opposite direction of the impulse, it's confirming that the market wants to go in the same direction as the impulse. I look for an area to enter at the bottom of that correction, and then I hold throughout that continuation. That is it. That is the strat at its base level. And quick example over it. Okay, and not looking at individual candles, looking really at price as a whole here. So if we look here, we can see that we have an impulse. After that impulse, we have a correction. All right, small consolidating candles moving the opposite direction of the impulse. And after that, we got our continuation. After that continuation, we have our correction. After that correction, we have our impulse. And it just keeps on going and going. Now, I'm very heavy on patterns, so if you, I definitely recommend like studying those, at least if you use this, because it can be helpful. At least it's helpful for me. All right, to see the market clear and separate the impulses from the corrections a whole lot easier, instead of calling every single movement an impulse and every single movement a correction. All right, so let's go ahead and do this full markup. Starting on the monthly time frame, all I use are horizontal lines and trend lines, and gonna go ahead and box price in and react to it. Now again, if you do have any pairs, any questions or anything like that, go ahead, type it in the live chat, and I'll be sure to answer and go over those things. Here on your EURJPY, just on the monthly time frame, if we look closely at this, we can see price came up to this monthly level that I have. Price came down to this monthly level at the bottom, and it's currently making its way up, and it's making its way up back towards this supply zone that we have up here. And like I said, that's really my target. That's really the ultimate target, but there is a target level that I have currently, which I talked about just before doing this full markup right in here. But this is ultimately the level that I want to see price get to. We may see rejections a little bit before that. But let's go down to the weekly time frame. Only weekly time frame, all we really see is that there's an uptrend. Not much else, just uptrending, right? If we draw a trend line here, yeah, price is just hugging that trend line. I'm not going to draw that one. I'm going to go down to the daily and draw a tighter trend line, just because I don't want lines all over my chart. And yeah, there's nothing else to do there. Let's go down to the daily. So here on the daily, this is where I would draw the trend line like that, and that is definitely way better. And we have 3 touches on the trend line. Again, every single line that I draw on my charts are areas. They're not just lines. They're not solid lines. They're not solid price points. So I'm looking for a price to get to. Eventually, I do want to be that exact, but ultimately, just lines, just areas. All right, just as it comes close to those lines. All right. So on the daily, gonna go ahead and reset the chart. We see the supply zone, but we don't see we see the demand zone, but we don't see the supply zone. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a new supply zone right there. And this is the area that I said I was targeting. And daily close, I like for it to close above these above this bearish open. This bearish open here. That'd be ideal. If it closes above, definitely looking for it to continue up, and within that, on a 1 hour time frame, possibly looking for a correction to enter off of. Other than that, nothing else to do on this daily. Going down to the 4 hour, let's reset the chart. Yeah, same thing here, just have to keep on waiting. Now we have price box in, but we can go ahead and put in another level right here just as a major area, but you honestly really don't need it at this point, Because if price comes down, if it reaches this trend line, looking for price to buy and reject off that trend line. If price, my fault, I'm moving around so much. Alright, if price comes up to the supply zone, looking for sales in that area and looking for price to come down. But at the moment, just looking for price to continue up. And if on the 1 hour time frame, like I said, if that high gets broken, looking for a correction and then looking for a continuation up. On the daily, on the 1 hour or lower time frame, there's not much to do. If I continue down, again, I'm not day trading below the, you have this possible setup here for an opportunity to buy. An opportunity is not guaranteed, and it's not a high probability setup, but nevertheless it is a setup. Buying off the level of 130.448. Do your own markup on that on analysis, see if you like it, and willing to take the opportunity. That is EURJPY. Let's go to GU. GU has played all the way out to targets, and what I just saw is beautiful. Oh yeah, that's the other account. Okay. Literally, when I just flipped to this, I just saw a descending channel. So descending channels are just nice buying opportunities. Oh my goodness. It's probably because I'm on the 30-minute time frame. But basically, let me back up, man. Yesterday we talked about this day trading opportunity off the 30-minute time frame. Price played out all the way to targets. It hit our initial target, then played all the way to the bottom of the channel as we were looking for. Now price down here is forming a descending channel. Looking for price to reverse, give us an impulse of correction, which it looks like it's already done on a lower time frame. But I would like to see more structure here off the 1 hour in order for me to enter off of it. And what that means for me, I need to see a leg going up and a leg coming right back down, and then I'd look to enter, and I would target this high area up here. Probably target that candle there. And that gives an opportunity for about an 80 pip trade, and it looks like we can get a really pretty tight stop loss below 15 pips. So really good R there. But let's do a full analysis on it. GBPUSD and see if I get the same thing. This was the setup that I sent out. I don't think I sent out this screenshot. I sent out a different screenshot. Alright. Starting the monthly time frame. Again, using horizontal lines and trend lines, pretty much all I use. And if you have any pairs you want me to go over, go ahead, type in the live chat. And if you like the video, hit the like button. Or if you like these live streams, hit the like button. Alright, so on GU, have a uptrend here. It's I'd rather draw it on lower time frame, so I'm gonna wait for that. There's an area here for a demand zone. Actually just gonna draw that now, so I don't have to readjust when I go down to a lower time frame. Now going down to daily. Drawing this uptrend. That's interesting. But not too compelling. Okay, overall, I still say we're in an uptrend on GU. Price hasn't broken this previous low here, so I mean, price has a potential to price hasn't broken this low here, so it hasn't really switched trends yet, and we still have room to go to the upside. So I'd like to see price actually continue up higher. Now on the lower time frame, it does look like we have a selling opportunity. Let me reset and zoom in so you guys can see. Here we have its clear impulse and what's developed into a beautiful correction, and I'd like to see price continue down. About to this low again, the original double bottom that I was looking for here, and again like correctively move down to this area for that buying opportunity. Definitely willing to take this buy if it sets up. Okay, let's delete that. Okay, knowing that I'm looking for a sell on a higher time frame, let's go out to the 4-hour time frame. Let's box this in a bit. All right, come on. Alright, I'm gonna box it as a channel or as a flag pattern here, and we'll see if price breaks out of that. Right now price is just respecting the bottom, and yeah, with that respect to the bottom of the channel, looking for possible buying opportunity, at least a short-term buying opportunity. If price breaks down at this point, it breaks down at this point, and we're just going to switch our bias. But ultimately, I would like to see price get down to this level and look to buy from that area. But let's see if we can capitalize off of it today. Yeah, same thing I just said. It's just I need to wait for something clear. Go down to lower time frame, tighten this up. It's a potential break, currently retesting, and then maybe 15. Yeah, no, I would never do that. I would prefer to just wait for a setup off the 30-minute if I'm day trading it. I'm going to be waiting for those two legs that I talked about on the 1-hour time frame. If they come, if they don't come, whatever, I'll just wait for another opportunity. But ideally want to see these highs be broken for extra confirmation that price is going to continue up, and I'd like to see price continue up first to this level, and then after, if it breaks through that, retest this area, but in this area we'll look for a sell. Not looking for price to like exponentially start shooting up from this point just yet. Like I said, wanting to move correctly down to this area, and if it gets down to there, I'll look for a buying opportunity. And let me set an alert there. Oh, this is on the wrong broker anyway, but it's fine. Okay, but I'm not taking any opportunities on this today. It looks like, because I don't see that 1-hour setup actually happening. Okay, and the final pair that I'm going to be going over, or that I'm paying attention to for at least today, is dollar Swiss. And I sent this out last night. Basically, I saw a nice impulsive move, and this impulsive move broke a trend line. You can see price is not moving correctly down. It's moving very aggressively, and usually when dollar Swiss gets into a trend, it's very strong and it takes a long time for it to stop. So just waiting for a pullback and looking for an opportunity to enter. Nothing's really, no correction has actually started yet, so still just being patient, waiting for it to actually happen. When the opportunity does come, I'd ideally like to see an 8-to-1 opportunity. Get a relatively tight stop on it. Anything below 15 pips, at least for this this initial setup, would be nice, at least right now for what I have. If anything changes, obviously that'd be adjusted. Okay, gonna go ahead and do a full markup on this real quick. It won't take too much time on this one. So have a demand zone there, have a supply zone all the way up here. Those are both areas I'm paying attention to. Price gets up to there, looking to sell. Price gets down here, I'm looking to buy. See, price has rejected from that area and just continued pushing up pretty strongly. Let's go down to our monthly time frame in something, or our weekly time frame. Something really interesting here. Have a huge impulse, but we have no correction, and we see that we have a bearish weekly candle so far. We have 4 more days for that to close. If it closes bearish, it would be a good idea to start looking for a weekly correction and a weekly opportunity to enter for this uptrend that has been playing out. All right, that would be a great opportunity. But obviously there's going to be like weeks of consolidation if the correction comes. There's nothing else to do on here. Let's go down to the daily. Reset the chart on the daily time frame. Going to be looking to the left for, my bad. Going to be looking to the left for areas where price could reject it. I like this area. There's a lot of rejections, at least above this area. And I'd like to see how price reacts to that if it gets up to that level. Okay, now here on the here on the daily, we can draw an uptrend. And I will draw an uptrend. I like the uptrend. There's no solid downtrend off the daily just yet. We do have a possible head and shoulders that could form here. Impulse, come down to this level and then give us a correction. That would be nice. Here on the 4-hour time frame, if I reset the chart, we have this short-term steep downtrend right now, and this is the downtrend I'm looking for price to correct to, and price corrects to this area. That would be beautiful. Yeah, price corrects to that area. That'd be beautiful. Not ideal. It'll be very short and very it wouldn't be ideal, let's just say that. But if the confirmations are there, I will take it. And target levels for this selling opportunity are going to be down here. Let's continue down to the 1 hour. Okay, still just moving impulsively. Right now we have corrective movement, descending channel signaling to us that price could start a correction soon, so just be on the lookout for that. Other than that, like the rest of the pairs, just got to keep on waiting. Alerts are set. When my alerts get hit, I'll come back to the chart, and if my setup's there, I'll take it. But there's nothing to do this morning other than manage Euro Yen. And Euro Yen, love it if you just close above these highs on this candle. Be absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so I really appreciate you guys hopping on this call and doing these live streams every weekday. Just to hold myself accountable, I'd say publicly, so that waking up on time, getting on the charts on time, because had that problem at least one too many times last month and don't want to deal with it again. So let's make this a habit. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and join the Discord server so you can keep up with all these charts. Catch you guys later.